Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Climate Smart Solution webinar series. Today, we will be discussing um, solar-powered hydroponics solution. It has been one of the highly scalable solutions from animal husbandry for dairy and other livestock. Today, we have with us Aniket Ankur from Auto Studio, and we have uh, farmers also joining us who have installed hydroponics unit and have been using the solution for cattle fodder. Welcome, everybody. So, like we have been working with the dairy farmers for close to 6 years now. Uh, be it any sort of geography, be it the Northeast or the drought-prone areas in North Karnataka, or even in desert regions like Rajasthan, whenever we interact with dairy farmers, we hear one query from the farmers. Cattle health is fine, milk production is okay, but what do we do about feed? Dairy is a continuous source of income for a lot of people. They have cattle in the house, be it two cows or 50, 100 in a large farm. Um, Dairy has been a part of almost all the farmer communities in the country. There are about 70% of the farmers in India have at least one or two cows, and it is absolutely necessary for farmers to fend to these uh, cattle to keep the milk production growing. Fodder becomes a main part of the livelihood. But one of the common challenges that we have heard from the farmers is that during the dry seasons, be it the summers, there is lack of access to quality feed and fodder. Compound feed becomes extremely expensive. They won't be able to uh, match the income that they are earning from dairy, and half of it, more than half of it, goes into buying compound feed. They have to make do with whatever is available. But during the dry period, lean period, farmers do not have access to quality green fodder. They keep feeding the cows with hay, which doesn't actually yield much in quality, like milk production. So, after deliberation, multiple iterations, we worked with vendors to develop a hydroponics based solution for fodder cultivation. So, as you all know, hydroponics is a recent uh, innovation in the part of agriculture where, with minimum use of water and minimum use of space, people are able to grow vegetables, greens. So, Auto Studio, like organizations, entities, they have come up with a solution to grow fodder as well. In this solution, it is very plain, and it is also solar powered, energy efficient solution with multiple trays, multiple systems available. Farmers can grow quality fodder, green fodder, again with minimal use of water. Seeds can be used: maize, barley, wheat. Ankur will be able to speak more on that. Using this, within 10 to 15 days, fodder will be cultivated and it can be fed to the cattle on a day-to-day basis. So this is a hydroponics system that we have tested, piloted, and scaled across Karnataka, Maharashtra. We had piloted these in Rajasthan as well, and some of the hydroponics unit were also installed in Meghalaya to feed chicken and pigs that were grown reared in the bokashi setup. So, like I mentioned, there's inadequate fodder. There's like earlier, there used to be available like pastures available. Farmers could take their cows around, and the cattle could graze and eat quality fodder, and they would come back home and some sort of additional feed, mineral mixture would be fed, and the cows would be happy and the yield was sufficient. However, lack of land available. Now there are so many restrictions. You can't take your cows everywhere. Also, farmers have shifted from, for dairy businesses, farmers have shifted from indigenous cows to crossbreed Jersey HF cows, which can't withstand heat. It is not ideal for you to take those cows grazing. So most of the farmers resort to rearing cows in the house and stall feed them. And when you stall feed them, you have to keep feeding them from time to time. And a lot of revenue that farmers generate from dairy goes back into fetching feed. So, like when we were interacting with farmers here in Karnataka, even in Rajasthan, like setup, um, farmers used to make agreement with the neighboring farmers who were rearing maize, who were growing maize and paddy. There would be a silent agreement. Once the maize or paddy is harvested, like a tractor load would come back home. Farmers would give the dung, and the paddy maize straw would be supplied back to the dairy farmers. They would store it, but again, as and when the farmers expand dairy, there is inadequate fodder. And like I mentioned, dried hay, paddy straw, it does not provide any nutrition for the cattle, sufficient nutrition. And this also, if farmers have land, they cultivate napier grass. Again, quality napier is water intensive. Farmers have smaller land, and in that they are there is a confusion. Do they have to grow napier for the dairy, or they have to utilize the land for some other cash crop or for household subsistence? Do they have to grow paddy for household purpose? So, especially for smaller land size farmers, fodder is a huge challenge. Even if they have sufficient land, it becomes highly labor intensive. They have to employ labor, and from time to time, it has to be chopped into finer pieces in order to be fed to the cattle. Otherwise, if you're just giving straw, paddy straw, there could be a lot of wastage. So chopping it, you have to have a shaft cutter to chop it into finer pieces, mix it. Dairy becomes a more and more drudgerous activity. So, like I mentioned, it is also input heavy activity. So, while we were hydroponics can be used for fodder cultivation and it does not need more space. There have been instances where we have installed hydroponics unit right next to the fodder station, the dairy unit. Fresh fodder can be cultivated here and it can be fed to the cattle. But that's hydroponics unit, the fodder that is cultivated in the hydroponics unit is not exactly the replacement for green fodder, but it is like taking supplements, like how we take vitamins, magnesium supplements to keep ourselves healthy, to be more productive. Farmers also have to feed hydroponics unit as a supplement. For the cows to be healthy and to produce more milk. Can you go to the next slide, please? And show how the hydroponics unit. So it is fairly simple. The vendor would set the entire hydroponics station up. And in there's training also provided on how to utilize what input to give to the hydroponics unit for it to cultivate better. Um, There is seed preparation. You have to soak the seed, soaked seed are then spread out until once it is sprouted, then the seeds are sprouted. It is spread out on the trays. And there is automated sprinkler system which keeps sprinkling water on these trays, and it germinates and harvests about 7 to 10 days later. Hydroponics can be cultivated. One tray can accommodate 1 kg of seed, and then it can produce up to 7 to 10 kgs of fodder per tray, and up to 5 kgs of hydroponics fodder can be fed to the cows on a day-to-day basis. Once it is harvested, the tray can be restocked. And there can be a rotation mechanism where farmers are able to access quality fodder on a day-to-day basis. Can you go this one explaining how the hydroponics? Can you go to slide? No, no, no. Yeah. So I request Ankur to explain how the entire hydroponics unit functions, what are the components, and please share your experience on developing this product. Where did you get the idea? What has been the feedback from the farmers?
Yeah, thank you so much, Akshada madam, for the opportunity today to talk here. Uh,
Can you please turn the camera on, Ankur?
yes, yes, sure.
Thanks.
Thank you for the opportunity, Akshata madam. Today, uh, in the two to three sections, I will able to tell you the about the hydroponic when we have started in the year 2019. I visited one farm where hydroponic was already installed in their farm, and at that time, that was my first time when I saw this technology working there, hydroponics. And at that time, what happened? The electricity was not there, and there I was curious to know how the irrigation system is working and all. But they told me like now the cycle will be disturbed due to electricity is not there because this system needs continuous electricity supply. So at that time we have done some market survey at that time whether the technology is there or not, battery operated, solar operated. So that there we found there is no technology available here in India for this kind of things. So whatever the existing setups are there, if that are all single phase operated setups were there. So if we have to shift it to solar, then we have to install like 0.5 kilowatt or 1 kilowatt setup. That was costing 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees. So that was a huge cost. So we have worked on that technology, how efficiently we can develop motor, pump, to irrigate the system, and we were able to develop this system, solar operated hydroponic fodder machine. So this was the initial beginning. So uh, now we will discuss about the machine. So it is having like three shelves are there. In each shelf, three trays, three eight trays are there in each shelf. A tray size is 1 feet by 1.5 feet and is virgin quality is there of the tray. Now we are providing orange tray that are virgin quality. Earlier we were used to give these non-virgin tray, black tray, which was low
Ankur,
cost.
sorry to interrupt, but do you want to share the slides?
Yeah.
Thank you.
As you are able to see the screen.
Yes, yes, we
Yes.
are able to
So
see the
this
scene.
is the setup. So as I told, three shelves are there. In each shelf, eight trays are placed. In each shelf, two foggers are there. And on the top of this structure, one solar panel is mounted, which is a 20-watt capacity. In this setup, 24 trays are there. So we will discuss on this. There are different models we are providing: 24 tray, 48 tray, 72 tray, as per the requirement from the farmers. Basically, these 24 tray setups cater 2 to 3 kettles, and daily they can get 3 trays output of this system from this 24 tray. So as you can see, there is controller here where timer is there in the small box where we can able to set on time in minutes and seconds, off time in minutes and hours, and also we can able to set day night mode also. And below that one eco motor box is there where battery is kept, lithium phosphate battery is there, 12 volt 6 ampere, and one motor is there, 60-watt motor. And one inlet pipe is coming from the system, inlet pipe that is around 8 feet. Where water source is available in that water drum, we have to put this inlet pipe where it will suck the water. And at outlet, we have connected it to the pipeline system. So in this way, the whole setup is there. The structure is made up of galvanized iron. GI structure is there, which is rust proof. And the shade net which we have used is 75% shade net is there. Uh, okay. And usually the average time is like 2 hours, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, the water is irrigated automatically. Uh, this was all about the setup, how the things is there. Now we will see about how to grow the process. I will repeat this actually. First day we have in a very briefly. First day we have to soak the seeds in the water for 24 hours. In the next day we have to shift that soaked maize into the jute bag for the next 24 to 48 hours. We have to keep it the jute bag wet so that the seeds can get germinated. On the third day when the seeds will get germinated, we have to transfer the germinated seeds like sprouted maize into the tray. uh, for the 24 tray setup, we have to soak 2.5 to 3 kg maize on daily basis so that we can get 15 to 25 kg of green fodder on daily basis we will get from this setup. So after keeping the sprouted maize into the tray, we have to place this tray inside the setup, and the automatically the foggers will spray in the interval of 2 hours, and it will get the water. So in this way, this hydroponic system working on the 8 to 9 day, we will get the green fodder ready. In our system, after sale service is very easy. Like if any farmer is facing an issue with the timer or motor, they can easily replace it by seeing the video. They have to just disconnect the connector and remove the two nuts from the backside. So it's very easy for the farmers to replace it. After we can also there are three modes in our system like single phase operated. Single phase also farmers can operate. On battery it gives backup for 2 to 3 days, and also using solar panel we are charging the battery. So uninterrupted power supply will be there. Uh, we can use this setup 12 months also. Usually maize, wheat and barley are used to grow the hydroponic fodder. After feeding the green fodder to the cattle, within a month, farmers are shown us the data like they are drastically increased in milk quantity by 1.5 liter to 2 liter per cattle one time, and fat is also increased and SNF value by 1 to 2 point. Due to which what happened, the rate of milk is increased, and the farmers are getting good money for this uh, milk. The quantity is also increased and qualities of milk is also increased. So this is the main benefit. And the water consumption is very less. For this 24 tray setup, just 20-liter water is required. Okay. So this is the complete 48 tray setup of the farmers who installed the setup. And this is the fully grown pod. Sorry, fully grown fodder in the hands. The roots, there is no need of any medium, soil or anything. Just water is normal water is required and good quality maize is required. There are zip installed there. We have to remove the zip and uncover it. This is the 24 tray setup. There is no need of chopping also. We can directly feed the fodder to the cattle. As you can see in the video, the farmer is now removing the tray. It is having, if we compare with the traditional fodder, 20% more protein content is there in this fodder. The fiber content, protein content is more. As you can see, the biscuit formation is there like this. Roots of maize uh, make acts as an support, and we can directly feed this fodder to the cattle. These are the components: tray, structure, vertical rods, pipeline, solar panel, controller, timer. Everything we provide. Farmer just have to buy the water tank. That's it. We also provide training and installation service to the farmer at doorstep. These are some of our installation for hydroponic. As you can see on the left side, these are the installations for the hydroponic setups. So thank you.
Thank you, Ankur. I also forgot to add one thing. When we were interacting with the farmers post installation, when we were collecting feedback, we could see that the skin of the cattle was well shining after eating hydroponics based fodder for a month or so. So there was the cows were visibly happy, and the farmers were also actually happy to give us that feedback. Um, However, I believe there are certain challenges also associated with it. It could be as simple as access to maize. So, please share your opinion on that. Sometimes the maize prices go up and down. Are there any alternatives? What do you recommend to farmers in
Usually,
these
while
cases?
purchasing the hydroponic, when the farmer is taking the decision, at that time only we ask the farmer whether they are growing maize in their own farm or not. We prefer that farmers who are growing maize in their farm, so that the maize availability will be there easily. And the where the places where maize is not available at that place, when season is there, the rate is low, and where the off season is, the rate is bit higher. The range is between 18 to 35 40 rupees per kg of maize. If we calculated it, roughly the feed like maize hydroponic fodder cost lies between 3.5 rupees to 6 rupees per kg. So this is also convenient for farmers to, like, very easy for farmers to manufacture the green fodder at home, and beneficial also.
Okay, but so, are there any parameters that farmers have to keep in mind while procuring or cultivating maize, any particular quality? Because there have also been feedback where farmers have said that they did not have access to quality maize. They had access to maize, but not of a particular quality. There would be mold in it, or there would be some insects in it, and they were like when they were procuring and keeping it, storing it. Do you have any tips how to store it for a longer period of time? What kind of maize has to be selected, or barley or wheat? Um,
Okay, mainly maize is preferred here, and for that maize, while selecting the maize quality, the seeds should not be broken or black in color. Other and The third point is regarding germination rate. It should minimum have 90 to 95% germination rate, and the humidity also needs to be check of the maize. Uh, they are totally dried. The maize should not be wet. If it is made wet, then there is a problem in storing also for longer time. If it is uh, total dry maize is there, then it's very easy for farmers to store in home also. No need to taken care of any extra precaution needs to be there. They have to care. So very easy for farmers to, if they follow these 3 4 points, then no problem.
Okay. Also, in terms of like when it is raining heavily, where do you recommend the farmers to set it up? Because there will be mold inside the hydroponics unit also. So, what do you recommend for those farmers?
So, like steel containers are there now. In that steel containers, they can store the grains, usually maize. And if we talk about the growing of hydroponics in rainy days or summer days, rainy days especially, we have given night mode in our system. So in night time, we don't have to usually uh, give the water to the system. So at night mode off condition, the water will be automatically off in the night time, so that there will be no problem for the farmer to grow the hydroponic in rainy season also, and
Okay.
no chances for mold also.
Okay, okay, sure. Also, whenever we see a hydroponics based fodder station, people ask what all can be cultivated. How is it different from the conventional hydroponics unit used for vegetable, green vegetable, and leafy vegetable cultivation?
Yeah, currently this hydroponic setup here, farmers are using it for multiple application basically. First is if they fill soil in the tray in the same setup, they can able to grow leafy vegetables in the same setup. Just they have to increase the off time, like say 24 hours. In 24 hours only 5 minutes they have to water, or 2 minutes they have to water. Like this they can set the on time. We have given the provision also to set the time in that manner. And they can grow vegetables, leafy vegetable in the same setup. In some places, farmers started growing mushrooms also in the same setup
Oh, nice.
by removing the trace. Just they have to do some arrangements for the pipeline and fogger system,
Mhm.
uh, where they can able to grow the. And in some places we also saw farmers are using for seedling purpose also. In nursery trays are there na, we can
Correct.
put the nursery trays, seed tray
Mhm.
inside the same setup by removing our hydroponic tray. For seedling purpose also farmers are using it.
That is I mean the information is really helpful because like when I mentioned to you during lean periods when there is less accessibility for maize or any seeds, farmer can have alternative, right? If like semi or peri-urban areas, farmer can actually grow leafy vegetables. There's always a demand for hydroponics based veggies. You'll see at least any Instamart or anything, 10 rupees, 20 rupees extra for or organically cultivated hydroponics based vegetables. So, do you provide, when you are providing training to farmers, do you also apprise them about the multipurpose of the system?
Yes, we do tell them about this. They can do this. Regarding the use case, like whatever details I have shared today regarding the processes, how to grow, process involved, steps involved in growing the hydroponic powder. Regarding the same, there are some challenges in growing vegetable continuously, because there is some like uh, nutrients are required which are
Hmm.
crop specific. Uh,
Correct.
so that needs to be taken care. So we are working
Mhm.
on that model by where one model can be, one machine will be there. In that same machine all the things can be done, like if any like standard model we can do for some crops, we can use using the same hydroponic with minimal efforts and minimal intervention of any human being. They can able to grow the vegetable there.
Okay, okay.
That testings we are doing right now.
Have you documented these unique case studies somewhere?
No, we have not documented actually, but we have some farmers photos which they have shared with us.
Okay, okay, sure. Ankur, you also mentioned a farmer had joined the call. Would we be able to interact with the
Yes,
person?
yeah, sure, sure. He is not able to join using Zoom, but he will be on call. Just a second.
Okay,
I will connect
okay.
him.
Sure, sure. Thanks.
हा बोला सर.
हॅलो. हॅलो. येस सर, बोला
हा
बोला.
येतोय आवाज येतोय बोला.
मी घेतलं होतं हायड्रोपॉनिक्सचं मशीन यांच्याकडनं. फायदे झालेत.
हा हा.
ते आता पावसाळ्यामध्ये पण ग्रीन ऑर्डर देता येतं आणि ते
किती ट्रेचं युनिट आहे सर आपलं हे?
48
ओके. तुम्ही स्वतःच वापरता का सर मशीन?
हो, नावच आहे ना आपलं.
ओके ओके. सध्या किती किती कॅटल आहे सर तुमच्याकडे? किती गुरं आहेत तुमच्याकडे सध्या?
छोटी आहे.
ओके ओके. तुमचं असं पैशामध्ये खर्च जो कमी झालेला आहे तुमचा जो खुराकावरचा खर्च तो तुम्ही काढलेला आहे का? तुम्हाला अनुभव आहे का त्या गोष्टीचा? म्हणजे वाटतं का तुम्हाला की पैसे खरं झालंय म्हणून?
बरं.
तुमचा आवाज ब्रेक होतोय थोडा. हॅलो. Akshata ma'am, any specific questions we have to ask the farmer?
Can you please translate what the farmer mentioned?
Okay, he told like he is using the machine from 7-8 months ago. He purchased the machine, and he's having one person who is using this actually at his farm. Caretaker is there na in his farm, so he is taking care of the things.
Okay.
So he is benefited by using the machine, as he told. No
Um,
need
uh,
to go to any farm or anything to procure the fodder.
okay. Okay. So, so far, what kind of increase in the production has he observed?
Mm. That he don't share actually. Some voice issue was there.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Um,
We'll see if we can actually join him, if he can join us again.
so,
Ankur, also, if you could explain to our audience what are the types of variants you have, the trays and the output, it would be helpful. Like we saw 24 trays, what would be the output? Like 72 trays, what would be the output? How much input should be there and how much output should be there?
okay. For 24 tray, 48 tray, 72 tray setup, and some customization setups for bigger fodder production also we provide. Uh, yeah. In today's session, we have seen about the 24 tray calculations. So for 24 tray daily, we have to soak 2.5 to 3 kg of maize on daily basis. From that, we will get 15 to 25 kg of maize of green fodder on daily basis. Farmer has to soak 2.5 to 3 kg maize in the 3 trays and on daily basis so that he can get output of 3 trays on daily basis. If any farmer is having 2 to 3 kettles, we recommend farmers to set up 24 tray first for this unit. If they are having more kettles, more than 4 5 kettles, then for 5 to 6 kettles we recommend 48 tray setups. In that in that setup daily 6 trays output we can get, and for 72 tray setup daily 9 tray output we can get. Uh, in proportionately if we do with the calculations for one tray 750 gram to 1 kg maize is required. So accordingly we have given one water container, one measuring container is there, which is having a measurement of around 750 gram. If we fill the full container, 750 gram maize is there. If we put one full tray, one full container and one half container, then it is 1 kg approx. So if they have purchased 48 tray, for example, then they have to put 9 container of that measuring container for soaking purpose. That these things we also provide the training to the farmers while doing the first cycle complete by providing them the support for the fodder production.
So, in case farmers are facing any kind of challenge, they can get back to you. Do you also give them number, toll-free number, something like that?
Yes, customer care number is there, which is written on the manual, as well as the banner is there, which we provide with the machine. So in local languages, telephonic support is provided. So no
Mhm.
problem.
Okay, okay, sure. Uh,
And regarding
uh,
one thing I forgot to add here,
please.
to the machine we have 1 year warranty is there, which we give usually for motor, battery, controller. If any problem is there, if free of cost we do send that spare part to the farmer at their home. Uh, so it's very easy for farmers to replace that part. And
Okay, okay.
if we talk about the life part, like 4 to 5 years minimum controller, no issue with the battery as we are providing lithium battery. And if we talk about the structure part, minimum 8 to 10 years, the minimum life is there of the structure. Like no need of any maintenance and everything is required.
Okay, I actually like there was one more question from my end. Should the farmer be cognizant of the water parameters, like the TDS level, or if the water like salt content is higher, then there would be deposit in the tray. There are chances of that also. Should the farmer be cognizant of the water quality?
Yes, yes, it is also important for that water quality we should do look after. It should be have less than 200 TDS usually.
Mhm. Okay.
The
Do
water
you
which
also?
we drinking water which we do now, that also we can take no problem. If they
Okay, okay.
are still not having that type of water, then what happened? The white layer form on the fogger. They have to do fogger cleaning once in a month or once in a 15 days.
Okay, okay, sure. I request Supriya. Thank you, Ankur. We'll come back to you later with all the questions. So please stay on the call with us. Now, I request my colleague Supriya to take us through the business model.
Hello everyone, my name is Supriya and I'll be walking you through the business model. So, first we'll discuss about the capex and like Mr. Ankur also mentioned the different modules that are available. So we have done a comparison of three modules, that is 24, 48 and 72 tray. So the capex looks about 33,000 for 24 tray, 48 trays almost approximately 46,000, and for 72 tray it is 67,000. So here we have included that we have calculated it based on an assumption that what if the end user takes a 90% of the capex as a loan amount and the remaining 10% may be down payment or any margin money, then what would the EMI look like with an interest rate of 12% and installments? We have kept it only for about 1 year because the payback period looks really good based on the savings or the profit that he is making, the end user is making out of selling the milk. One thing what I would want to add here is, so the model here is calculated for a dairy or a cattle fodder use case, and the EMI in all the three cases would look something like ranging from 4,000 to about 10,000 per month. Next. So, my colleague Miss Akshita and Mr. Ankur also mentioned that the whole period takes about 10 days. Starting the first day is usually for soaking the seeds in water for about 12 to 24 hours, followed by 1 day for germination. And then the germinated seeds are then transferred into the trays. And from that day till the eighth day is the period where you will harvest your fodder on the eighth day. So the total period takes about 10 days and the trays loaded per day. What we are trying to explain here is 24, 48, 72 being multiples of 8. So on day one, the end user will load 3 trays in the 24 tray. On day one, again for the 48 tray, the end user will load 6 trays. And similarly, if you draw the same analogy, for 72 tray, it will be 9 trays on day one. Consecutively, on day two, it will be again 3 for the 24 tray, and so on. So that there is a continued cycle for the end user to obtain fodder on a daily basis. That is why this kind of mechanism is followed. And the space required, right, like Mr. Ankur also had mentioned, it is this much of space is required for 24, 48, and 72 trade, starting from 4 by 3 to 12 by 3 feet. Next. Okay, so per tray, the amount of seed that goes into per tray is 1 kg, irrespective of the tray size. And because the single tray, the per trays usually remain same. Only the size of the multiples or the numbers of trays in that particular unit varies. So seed per tray will be 1 kg per day, and seed in per day, as in 24 tray, like I mentioned, it will be 3 trays that the end user will be loading. So it will be 3 kg. And fodder per tray again would be ranging from approximately 5 to 8 kg. I have assumed an average value of 6.5 kg. So if I multiply 6.5 kg per tray into the number of trays, I will obtain the fodder output per day that the end user will obtain for feeding his or her cattle. That is ranging from 19.5 kg to almost 59 kg. And water per day utilization is 20, 40, and 60 liters respectively. And so this system can be operated on all the days throughout the year, irrespective of the seasons. So we have assumed 30 days per month and 12 months per year. Next. So being the seed cost here is the major operating expenditure, that is the your raw material cost. So the seed cost, I think somebody also earlier also discussed about the quality of the seeds. So they usually range from 18 to 35 rupees per kg. So I have taken an average of about 21.5 rupees per kg. So the seed cost per day, depending on how much you are inputting, that is 3 trays for the 24 tray, and so on. So the seed cost per day would be 64.5 to 194 rupees, and per month and the per annum cost are as you all can see on the screen. And we have still assumed, although most of the end users don't keep any labor for this particular units, but still we have assumed what would the payback look like if we include the labor cost as well. So I have taken a per annum expense of 1,20,000, and the raw material seed cost annual is like as calculated in the previous table. So the total expense would account from 1,40,000 to 1,90,000 depending on the tray size. So the milking cows unit can feed is, that is, we have calculated this based on what the end user has told us. It is approximately 5 kg of fodder is consumed by per cow. So a 24 tray output per day would be sufficient enough to feed 4 cows, and 48 tray would be 8 cows, and for 72 it would be 12 cows. So most of the end users also said, and I think Mr. Ankur also mentioned, 1.5 to 2 liters is the extra milk that they are obtaining now based on the quality of the fodder that is being fed now to the cows or the cattle. So the extra milk per cow is 1.5 liters per day. So the total milk per cow now at present is 31.5. That is, earlier the end users told it was 30 liters per day. Now there is an increase of 1.5. So it is 31.5 per cow. So the total milk per day, depending on the previous table, that is 4, 8, or the 12 cows, the end user would roughly procure about 122 liter to 370 liters per day, depending on the tray size again. So the revenue per day would range from 3,000 to 11,000 based on the selling price of per liter milk as 32 rupees. So the total revenue per month would be ranging from 1,17,000 to 3,50,000. But if you look at the extra milk revenue per year based on 1.5 liter per day, what the end user had uh, told us is ranging from 67,000 to 2 lakh. So we have used for to calculate the payback period, we have used this extra savings itself so as to look at the payback period. So the payback period ranges from around zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.3 years, which is a really good number because your this thing, the tenure also what we have calculated for the loan amount is 1 year. So the payback period here ranges from zero point 0.5, 0.5 years, which is roughly about 6 months to 3.5 months. So which is a very good number. So you can find the detailed business model. You can find the QR code for the hydroponics unit here, where you will see the detailed calculation and you can edit it as per your business. Thank you. Over to Akshita.
Thank you, Supriya, for sharing insights on the business models. Ankur?
Yes, ma'am. One by one, we will answer the questions asked in the chat.
Ankur?
Hello.
Mute.
Yes, ma'am.
Unmute? No. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. So, Ankur, there are a few questions from the audience.
Yes,
So,
please.
um, Nitiraj is asking, apart from maize, what other seeds farmer can use?
Yes, maize, wheat is there, and barley is there. Only three we can use
Okay.
mainly.
This the quantity remains the same for wheat and barley as well.
Yeah, quantity remains the same, just water spraying time reduces. Soaking
Okay,
time
okay,
is also reduces.
okay. So, Ms. Nimisha Tiwari has asked, can this unit be used to grow vegetables for human beings? Veggies like spinach, beetroot, etc. And she also has a query. What is the weight of the setup, ranging from 20 to 24 trays to 72 trays? How can she procure it to New Delhi?
Okay. So yes, I already covered that point. For vegetable, we can grow using in the same setup also. They have to just fill soil inside the trays, and they have to sow the seeds, and they have to set the time. Say like 24 hours, only 1 minute on time. They have to give the water in the one day. Like this, they have to operate.
Okay.
And regarding the shipment to Delhi, we can ship it easily using VRL transport to nearby their places. And installation video is also there. We can provide them the installation on video call support. It's very easy. And the regarding the weight, 25 to 30 kg. 30 kg is the weight of the whole setup.
For 24 trays, is it the
Yes,
20?
for
Okay.
24 tray, it is around 30 kg weight of complete setup.
Okay,
The
okay.
structure is heavy actually. It's GI material. Square pipe is there. GI.
Okay. So, Dr. Ravikant has a question: how to apply for this at a government office at a subsidized rate? Are there any scheme subsidies for farmers or anybody in general to avail hydroponics based fodder unit?
For the government, if it's specific to each state actually. In Maharashtra, if we look, so one scheme is there in Maharashtra for dairy farmers to set up a dairy unit. So in that, they can add the hydroponic unit machinery they required, and they can avail 30 to 35% subsidy for this unit. Uh, and also some local NABARD or some government institutes are there which are already having some funds in their taluka level, tehsil level. So they have to approach the taluka krushi adhikari there at local level. If the funds are available, they can definitely help you with the subsidy part. And also, currently we are been working with some CSR organizations like SELCO foundations where we can provide them any support for subsidy if it is available.
Okay. I hope this answers the question. Um, Ms. Nirupama also has a question. She says she's interested in growing microplants at home. What will be the cost to install the setup? And is the setup feasible only for home requirement? Um,
Yes, for microgreen, we can definitely use the same setup, no problem. Just a growing media they have to add as a coco pit as a growing media. Rest, it's very easy for them to use the same setup. Regarding the space availability, as we told, there is a standard model for 24 tray where the space is around 4 feet by 3 feet and height is 6.5 feet. If they are having any balcony or where they have to planning to set up, and if the size is small, we can also provide them the small unit of say 12 tray, that can be used as like customized setup we can provide them as per the space available. They have to share the space available requirement to our contact number, and we can able to provide them the setup, no problem.
okay. Um, Thank you so much, Ankur, for answering all the questions and explaining to us how the hydroponics based fodder unit works. The input that we received was really insightful. We were able to also learn the multifaceted opportunities of the hydroponics unit. Thank you so much. Please convey our regards to the farmer who joined us as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We will meet you next week with another climate smart solution. Thank you.
Thank you everyone.